Welcome to Come to Your Senses, the School of Sensual Living podcast. I'm your host, embodiment-based coach, Mary Lofgren. Here, we explore how to live bravely and beautifully through topics like pleasure, beauty, embodiment, femininity, art, somatic healing, mindfulness, and of course, everyday sensuality. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so excited to welcome you this week into the Guest Star Salon as I introduce you to one of my good friends and cherished colleagues, Kimmay Caldwell. So Kimmay is a self-love coach and an undergarment educator who supports people to say hooray inside, outside, and underneath. She is an expert bra fitter. She travels the world spreading her message of self-love in using the everyday ritual of putting on your undergarments to uncover your confidence, stand in your power, and love yourself deeply. Kimmay has been featured in over 100 press outlets, including The Martha Stewart Show, The Today Show, 6 times on The Rachel Ray Show, 7 on The Marilyn Dennis Show, and more. And what I love the most about this interview and this human is the way that Kimmay takes this world of lingerie, which can sometimes feel very exclusive, like it is excluding of everything but a certain type of body, and makes it a party for everyone. As someone who has larger breasts, I have always been challenged by bra shopping and undergarment shopping, because there are really not that many options beyond a D cup. And working with Kimmay has empowered me to make this part of my life a true joy and a pillar of my sensual living practice. And I can't wait to share her wisdom, expertise, and brilliance with you. Enjoy. Hello, Kimmay.
Hooray! Thanks for having me.
It's so good to be here with you. We were just catching up before the episode about all of our mutual love. And I was sharing with you that I just am so inspired by how you have taken this one very niche aspect of the human experience, which is what we wear in our private world, and really transformed it and brought such a deeper meaning to it. So thank you so much for being a guest today.
Hooray! I'm so glad you can see that. And it is my absolute pleasure to be here to talk about this topic.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit, because lingerie educator is an unusual profession, and just kind of how you got into it and how you arrived at that aspect of your career?
Yeah, great question. I did not wake up as a young person thinking, I can't wait to teach people about bras and their underwear. That'd be great. That was not something in my mind. I wanted to be a musical theater actress. I wanted to be on Broadway and be a movie star. And so I moved to New York City from Western New York when I was 18 to go to school. And I was financially independent, like truly independent. I was paying for my own school, my own housing, everything, which in New York City is a pretty expensive place to live. And so I quickly needed to get a job. And I was selling shoes while I was working in school for like $8 an hour. I think that was after my raise. So I was truly strapped for cash, and I was burnt out. And I asked a friend if she knew anybody that was hiring. And she mentioned, well, there's this bra shop in Soho. Are you interested in bras? And I said, how much do they pay? And she said they pay $10 an hour. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be rich. Let's do this. So I went down there and I got hired on the spot, and truly had no real intention of understanding undergarments or needing to know anything about them. And it changed my life. And this for many reasons, but the biggest one right off the bat was that I was going to school for musical theater, so everything was about the way that I looked. And I did not have a healthy relationship with my body and how I looked. I had a very privileged body. It was thin, it was white presenting. I'm actually Latina. It is able, and it was healthy. And yet the narrative that I had in talking to my body was a very, very much like a mean girl. I was really bullying it and telling it wasn't enough or that it was too much. And that was for sure from a lot of the cultural upbringing that we had in this country. And this was before Instagram and the body positive movement and seeing unairbrushed folks. And so all I was seeing was people in magazines and that perfectly airbrushed body. And I truly thought that's what bodies were meant to look like. And mine did not match that. I've had cellulite and stretch marks since I was like 10 years old. So seeing real human bodies in the bra fitting room in a very intimate space was extremely illuminating for me as a young person. I was 20 at the time. It was 2005. And what came next was also very heartbreaking because almost every single person that walked into that fitting room, it's like as soon as you take off that top, you sort of take off all the defenses as well. And people would just say whatever was on their mind. And what was on their mind was, ugh, this looks like this, or, oh, I hate that. And things that I didn't even notice about them. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am doing the same thing. So I made a practice of talking kinder to myself and kinder to my body. And then I realized I could do that for the other person in the fitting room as well. I could just find them a bra that fits. That already is a blessing. That comfort of a bra that fits is great. But we could also talk about who do you see in the mirror? How do you talk to that person? And lift the three things that I think are the most important whenever I fit someone are discomfort, as in like, ugh, this bra hurts. Confusion, what bra size do I even wear? How is it supposed to fit? And then the third one, which I think is the most important, which is shame. And any kind of story that we have around this part of the body being too much or not enough. A certain size is not sexy, a certain size is oversexed. And so I really became not only an undergarment educator and a bra fitter, but a self-love coach in that fitting room. And so that was 2005, almost a million years ago now. And from then, I've worked for different companies like that mom and pop shop, Saks Fifth Avenue, La Perla. Like, it did not matter how expensive the bra got. People still had those insecurities in the bra fitting room. And then, of course, I started my own business in 2014. I started as a marketing company because I just didn't like the way that people were talking to people about their bodies and the expectations they were setting that I thought were just unfair. And I did that for a while, but the behind the scenes life is not for me, Mary. So I very quickly decided
that is very clear.
Yeah. So I very quickly decided I wanted to do something more in the public eye and began to do more with my blog. And even though I had, and I want to be careful about this because there's a tendency in body positive, body acceptance, body kindness movements to sort of prove that you love your body by showing it more. And this is not the right step for everybody. You do not need to reveal your body or wear a teeny bikini in order to prove to anybody that you are in a loving relationship or journey with your body. Not necessary. But for me personally, that was the next step. I had gone from not even wearing shorts for 7 years or ever showing my midriff to deciding to do campaigns in my swimsuit and or on eventually lingerie and undergarments all over the world, Paris, Guatemala, New York, California, and to reveal my body and to never use airbrushing. And eventually I did a campaign similar to that with other people and their bodies because not everybody can relate to my body. And now Hooray Kimmay is a thriving, beautiful site with lots of education and information. And then we just launched the Bra Confidence and Comfort course. So yeah, that's the gist. And I guess I should add, I've been featured on many different press outlets sharing my expertise and my heart all over the world. It's been great.
It's amazing. And it's just, like, I really relate to that journey of just following with blind faith. This one thread of enthusiasm that you have. And for 10 years, really, when people would ask me, what do you do? I'd be like, what do you think I do? Like, I don't really...
I've played that game.
Really know, but I know I believe in this, this, and this. And then all of a sudden it all just clicks into place and becomes this thing that's bigger than you, which I really see through your work.
Yes.
And
totally agree.
I agree that as someone who wears a G cup, Until I got fitted at a lingerie store in Soho, La Petite Coquette was a life-changing experience for me. Sherry works there, and she really put me in the first bra that ever felt like it fit me. And I had no idea how much pain I had been enduring unnecessarily because I was wearing the totally wrong size bra, and I just didn't know how to adjust the straps. And so I wondered if you could just kind of share a little bit about that, of like, what is that feeling? Because I know that's true for me because my breasts are very heavy, but how should a bra feel on, say, a woman with a double A size cup or all the different diversity of body sizes?
Oh, what a lovely question. And I'm so glad you had that experience. I think being fit by a professional often leads to a lot of revelation. And sometimes that revelation can be really tricky, right? Because most people come into the bra fitting room thinking they are a size, and their mind sort of wraps around that size as a definition of who they are. And that's tricky, because then if I tell them a certain size in a particular bra fits better and it's totally outside of their definition of who they are. So for example, lots of people will come in wearing like a 32 or a 34D. And D cup already feels like a big cup size to them. And if we actually fit them best into a 32F or G, they really have this moment, pardon my language here, but like, what the fuck? Like, what is this all about? And
oh my God. When Sherry first brought out the G cup, I was like, what is that tent? Do not put that on me.
Yeah. And because you have a story in your mind around what kind of a person wears that, what that means about you, whether you are too much or not enough, or sexy or oversexed or whatever. And so traditionally speaking, the stories that I would see in the fitting room went like this. Like if I fit someone into an A cup, they are not sexy, they're boring, they're flat. If I fit them into a B or a C cup, they're average, they're run of the mill, they're not too much, not enough, but they're not really that exciting. D or double D, ooh, I'm sexy, I'm full busted. Anything over a double D, which a double D in US sizes also equals an E cup, right? Anything over a double D or an E felt like oversexed, slutty, too much, fat, all sorts of contexts of too much, right? And usually that connotation was negative. It wasn't a very positive connotation. Now, I want to tell everybody out there, remember, I fit thousands of humans for bra cup sizes, double A to N cup. And the most popular cup sizes that I fit all day long are F, G, and H. All day long. Like that's the most popular cup size. And yet we have in our minds this sort of story that a B cup is normal or average. And if you are outside of the normal or average, that you are somehow less than, that you don't fit in. And so I just want to encourage people, like if you ever get fit for bras, or if you know that a G cup or an H cup fits awesome, it's okay. Those are the most popular cup sizes. And just because we don't see it in mainstream stores or department stores does not mean that that's not actually what people wear. So just an encouragement there. And then the second thing about how a bra should fit, this is my jam. I literally teach the comfort fit system in my course because to me, fit equals comfort and comfort equals fit. And we have just been passed down this misinformation from generation to generation of how a bra should even fit or work, or what size is accurate. And no one actually knows how their bra should fit. So I think knowing the basics of how your bra should fit is so key. So here I'll give you a little taste, is that the band of your bra actually does 90% of the work, and it wraps around your torso. It should be parallel with the floor. Most bands are too big. But people will be like, but Kimmay, my bra is so tight and uncomfortable. It's usually not because the band is too tight. I know that sounds really bananas and people are going to fight me on this, but I have literally fit thousands of people. And once they're in the right size, which is usually a band size smaller and a cup size bigger, it fits so much better. And it feels like you can't even feel it. I like to explain bras like shoes. So people will always come to me and ask for, like, what's the best bra for blank? Or what's the most comfortable bra for whatever? And I'm like, well, first of all, if I told you the most amazing pair of shoes and they feel like freaking clouds, but they look like a stiletto, like you can't even imagine. It's so gorgeous, so amazing, so comfortable. And you should be wearing a 9 and you're wearing a 7.5. That's still going to be a bad shoe for you. And the same is true for bras. So because people don't know what should fit, and we have these these stories around size that we get like stuck in, they're just going to keep wearing the 7.5 and being like, this shoe is the worst, but this bra is the worst. So I just want to encourage people, like, fit is the most important thing. And that band being snug and like an anchor and being parallel with the floor is actually where you get 90% of the support and comfort from.
I'm looking down at my...
How's your bra fitting?
Well, it's interesting because and actually you'd be a great person to ask this question, because I've been bathing suit shopping and I lost about 30 pounds in the last 18 months.
Oh, that'll change things.
Because I've researched, like, does losing weight change your cup size? And it says typically no.
No, it does. But who said no?
Tell me, educate me, please.
Who is this person that said no? Okay.
It's the internet. It's
the
Google.
Internet. I gotta change this. Okay. So number one, I thought you were going to be like, yeah, obviously. No. Wow. Okay. So number one, every body is different, right? Everybody's body is going to change differently. And it also depends on your specific ratio of fat to muscle, and also your height and all sorts of things, right? But typically speaking, if you are a person who's like, I don't know, 5'7" and you weigh like 150 pounds, if you lose 5 pounds, your bra size could change. 30 pounds is significant on that body. Now, if you're a person who's 6'5" and you weigh 230 pounds and you lose 5 pounds, that's not as big of a difference. But if you lose 100 pounds, oh my gosh, that's such a big difference. So everybody's different, but also keep in mind, this is going to sound so gross. I know we're here talking about sensual things and beauty and things like pleasure, but like, breasts are just fatty tissue. They are, I mean this with the most love, they are just bags of fat hanging from your body. And so there's no muscle in there that you can work out. And there's just ligaments attaching breast tissue to your body. And so because it's mostly fatty tissue, and because we lose fat faster than we lose muscle, fat changes or body weight changes will affect fat in your body, including your breasts, way faster than other parts of the body. Does that make sense? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional, but I can tell you that weight changes, whether it's weight release or weight gain, will absolutely change your body and mostly your breasts. And it might depend, like your cup size might go down, but not your band size, or your band size might go down and your cup size didn't change so much. It's different for everybody, but I got to say 30 pounds on your frame had to change things. It had to.
Okay. Done. Going to the fitter, putting it in my calendar for Thursday. Got to make it happen.
Great.
Well, and it's interesting because in bathing suit shopping, like one of my favorite brands is Freya because of their level of underwire support.
I have a blog post out with some Freya underwire bikini tops in it, and I'm on my Instagram right now. They're so cute.
Oh, so cute. I just got this hot pink leopard one that I'm just wild for.
Yes.
And it's like, I can tell because I know how it feels when a bra fits right. I can tell it's not the right size. You know what I mean?
So that was going to be my point. It's like, it's not even like, does my body change with weight changes or whatever? It's more like, does what I'm wearing right now fit? And so you knowing how to assess if something fits on your body now, and to lovingly acknowledge if this is fitting or not, make the adjustments necessary, potentially, and or just admit, cool, this does not fit anymore. That is key. And with weight release, sometimes people, I'm just going to be honest, sometimes people are more eager to be like, okay, this doesn't fit anymore. It means I must have lost weight. Time to go shopping. With weight gain, it's less likely. And people will sort of, I mean this lovingly, stuff themselves into something that doesn't fit because they're like, well, I'm planning on losing the weight, or I'll wait to get bras until I lose the weight or whatever. I went through this after the pandemic myself. My body completely changed. First of all, I moved from New York City to Oklahoma, so I'm just like not walking anywhere. And the pandemic was a huge deal on our minds and our bodies. So many people's bodies changed during this. My sister actually lost weight because she did nothing but do a Peloton inside. I did not do that. I watched a lot of Netflix and I ate a lot of Oreos. So me personally, my body changed and grew. And I own hundreds of bras, and having to admit to myself that I needed a new size brought up stories around my value and my beauty. And then also brought up stories of like, oh, well, all these other bras I'm going to waste. And so letting go of the story around any size change up or down is so key to making sure that you are comfortable today. just get a couple. And then if your body changes again, whether up or down, you can change your size again. But like the question is, do you want to feel comfortable today? Do you feel like you are worth comfort today? Do you feel like your body and that space right over your heart is in need of comfort today? And if the answer is yes, get yourself a couple bras, or in your case, a swimsuit that fits.
God, I love that. So that's something else I love about your work is the way that you view undergarment dressing as not just form and function, even though that is an essential part of it, but also as a way to, what I see is like really pray at the altar of these most sacred parts of the body. And I'd love to just open up the space for you to share your perspective on that.
I love how you framed that. Wow. Yes. So I'm trying to think of a way to make this clear because I don't want to sensationalize bra shopping into something it's not, but I actually do feel that if we were to change the way that we address undergarments and this one particular sacred part of our body, it will literally change our lives, and that we can change other lives and then change the world. Like, I actually really believe this. And here's why. So the way that I approach undergarment shopping is that it is a form of self-care, and that it is adorning and supporting a really sacred part of the body. Like I said, your bust or your chest is right over your heart. And so if you have those or dealing with those three things I mentioned before, which is discomfort, confusion, and shame, it literally blocks off that part of the body, but also energetically can block off that part of the body where we have like that sloping of the shoulders, or that sort of almost apology for having something that's we feel is in the way, a nuisance, something else. And if every morning you're going into your bra drawer or wherever you keep your bras, and you're opening it up and starting that morning with like, ugh, if I have to. Because let's be clear, no, I don't think anyone has to wear a bra. I'm not going to force anybody to wear something they don't like over their heart. But if you do want to wear a bra, I want to make sure you're not opening up that drawer and being like, ugh, if I have to. Because now we've just started your whole day with this routine that is ugh. And now you've clothed yourself with something over a sacred part of your body that is ugh. I don't want that for you. I want you to open up that drawer and have this, as you mentioned, like pray at the altar of this sacred part of the body. I encourage people in my course, the very first and the last module, there's only 4, are dedicated to mindset and ritual. And the 2 in the middle are the practical things about bra shopping. But the first one is mindset and releasing those stories that we have about that part of the body. And the last one is, how do we turn this routine into a ritual without having to give you anything extra to do? All you're doing is putting on something that fits well, supports you, adorns you, helps you, what am I trying to say? Helps you craft your intention for the day. Like, if you want to feel held and supported that day, put on a bra that's really supportive. If you want to feel sensual and sexual that day, put on a sexy bra. If you want to feel soft and loving and easy, put on a non-underwire stretchy bra, right? Like right over that sacred part of your body. And as you're putting it on, to affirm yourself, to love yourself, to say something kind to yourself, to ask your body what it wants. Like, it's a 30-second check-in, y'all. And yet it can be that big domino at the top of the day that sort of kicks over all the rest of your self-care for the day. Now, when you're interacting with this person, you're standing tall and your heart is out. Now, when you're dealing with this altercation, you're feeling comfortable physically and emotionally, and you're more ready to deal with it. Like, I truly believe it can change people's lives. I know it can. I've seen it happen. And so, yes, I approach bras as a really sacred tool and what we wear every day. The other cool thing about bras and undergarments, I usually work with just bras, but lingerie, undergarments, whatever you want. But with bras is that you can choose to show this to someone or not. So you get to have this layer underneath your clothes that is just for you. It's not for your partner. Maybe they see it, good for them, but it doesn't have to be. And it doesn't have to be for that person you're interacting with. It's like this secret layer of self-care that you can just have underneath your clothes for you. And you can make eye contact with someone and be like, if you only knew. Now, it could be something totally boring, but as long as you feel comfortable, that's fine. But it could be something racy and sexy, and you're like, you don't even know what's underneath here. It's also been really awesome to affirm people who maybe have gender dysphoria or who are transgender, who are like, listen, my body doesn't match how I view myself, and that's really complicated. And so they can put undergarments that help affirm their gender underneath their clothes before they're even ready to go out into the world and state that. It's a very safe, beautiful place for anybody to experiment with who they are and who they want to be and how they want to walk in the world without having to show it to anybody else. It's really awesome.
Oh, I love that so much. I love that so much. It's just like taking the power of this ritual, which I feel like I'm sure a ton about the historical origins of undergarments and their purpose and kind of the oppressive elements of it. And really, there's so much reclamation in what you just shared of it being for your own pleasure and for your own confidence. And yeah, if we look at it as everything in life is energy, everything matters. I can really see how that changes our energy in how we move through the day. And so like when you say I open my lingerie drawer, because, and in all honesty, I'm sure that the world perceives me as having an entire walk-in closet of lingerie, but in truth, because the mainstream usually ends at a D cup, most of my bras are functional.
Sure.
They're not really that pretty.
Sure.
And so when I open my lingerie drawer, it's like, wah, wah. Like, I know I'll look great once I put clothes on, but like when I'm undressing for a lover, I'm like, I'm just going to slip out to the bathroom and take this off because like, it actually makes me feel decidedly unsexy when the bra is on its own. And under clothes, it makes me feel amazing. So I guess like the next question is, when a woman is building her collection with this diversity of options, where would you recommend starting?
Oh, first of all, I'm so sorry that you feel womp wah about your bra drawer, and I want to encourage
and any feedback on that is really welcome.
Yeah,
just
I want
to completely be selfish in this podcast recording.
Yeah, I want to encourage you and anyone else out there who is over a D cup that don't worry, there are a million beautiful options for you, and they don't have to cost $300 each. Like there's the bra world has really opened up. And one of the brands that you mentioned earlier, Freya, is a UK company. And the UK brands are pretty dynamite at making beautiful, supportive bras. And this is going to sound a little goofy, but this is the metaphor I love to use about bras. I remember I've been married to the same person for many years. We've been together for 15. And yet this is true about him. So I think of what I want from a bra the same as what I want from like a partner. I want them to be supportive and I want them to be good looking. Like it makes no sense to me to wear like a cute bra that isn't supportive, because that's like dating to me like a guy who is like really good looking, but like not really all there and not super supportive and just kind of a jerk. No, it doesn't make sense to me. But I also don't want like a super supportive guy who's like not good looking. Like I want both. And so my husband is a great example of this. He's both of those things. He's very handsome and he's very supportive. And so I think we can have that in bras too. And I know we can. So I just want to encourage you. It is possible to have functional, supportive bras that are also good looking, but everyone's preference is up to them. I think people assume that my bra drawer is going to be filled with sexy stuff, but I'm kind of a practical lady. I'm a Capricorn. I'm tactile. I mean, I have a lot of basic bras that are smooth, and I get fun colors. And then of course I have like sexy, beautiful things, but on a regular basis, I also just wear a lot of non-underwire stretchy bras that fit well, and I feel really awesome because I work from home a lot. So it doesn't have to be sexy in order to be pleasurable for you, right? You can just feel beautiful on, but up to you. But there are 5 basic bras that I suggest people start with in their bra wardrobe, especially if you are in a brand new size and you're like, where the heck do I even start? And for most people that I support, they are looking for the basics. They're like, I just want my clothes to look good, kind of like what you said. And so if you want to start there, I say 2 to 3 basic bras that fit well and feel great and work for 70% of your wardrobe. That's important because if you wear only dark colors and you're getting neutral tones that are light and match your skin, that will work with your wardrobe. Also, if you do wear light colored clothing, make sure that you are wearing bras that are as close to your skin tone as possible. So if we have any people of color out there listening, a lot of times there would just be a nude option that is not nude for you. There are so many more brands these days that have inclusive skin tone options. So hooray, go to them. I have all of this on my blog too, so don't worry about this, including the 5 different bras you should have. And so that's one thing is basics. Then a strapless or convertible bra to go with your awesome clothing that is not going to be served by a traditional bra. That's number 2.
Okay, can we pause there for a second?
Yes. I knew it. I knew it.
Because I feel like I have success with strapless bras for about 7.5 minutes.
Oh no.
And then just show's over. It's done.
This is it.
So any tips on that?
Yes,
would be
I'm
so
actually writing a
welcome.
whole blog post on this because I was just recently on the Today Show and I got 2 major requests from people. They were like, well, what about this bra? And one is strapless bra and the other is front closure bras. For a lot of people who are watching the Today Show have mobility issues or are elderly. So I got a lot of requests for that. So those 2 blog posts are coming. But the biggest tip I will say is that band has to fit, y'all. Can't be loose. But also, most people are wearing cup sizes that are too small. And so the front of the bra can't do what's called tacking. It can't tack to your body. So for example, if y'all listening can look down at your bra, if you're wearing one that has an underwire, the underwire in between your bust should be flush against your chest. It should separate your bust and sit against your body nice and flush. Not digging in, but like a nice pair of leggings should just be flush, nice and snug against your body. If that's not the case with a strapless bra, there's no straps for it to like put all of the extra effort and everything on. And so making sure that the underwire is around your bust, totally and completely, your whole bust is inside, and that the underwire is flush against your body, especially you can tell in the middle, it is tacking against your body, straight across from a nice snug band in the back, that will keep your strapless bra on.
Sorry, I was muted because I was taking a sip of water. Excellent. Okay, tacking is queen. That's great to know.
Tacking. And that's with any bra, but especially a strapless bra. Now, again, I have a blog post coming soon, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Sign up for my newsletter and you'll get that in there. So that's number 2.
Yeah, we'll also include, sorry to interrupt, but we'll also include Kimmay's website and some of these specific blogs in the show notes.
Yes. So that's number 2 is the strapless or convertible bra. Number 3 is a good sports bra. Now, especially if you have a full bust, and remember I told you, breasts are just fatty tissue attached with ligaments. You can't like work them out. And so when that breast tissue or skin gets stretched out, which especially if people have nursed or experienced great increase in bust size and decrease in bust size, either from weight gain or pregnancy, they'll see like, oh, wow, these are no longer really firm anymore. And the same thing can happen with over exercising and not wearing enough support. So you definitely want to wear a sports bra that is matching the level of support that you need and the activity that you are doing. And it's the right size. That's for sure. So that's number 3.
I just started wearing this brand called SheFit.
Oh, I just looked into them because they're kind of like an internet sensation. So I was real skeptical. And now I'm like, the adjustable bandage straps is actually pretty great. They use compression. Not every, first of all, tell me what you think about them.
Yes. So life changed. I absolutely love the bra. However, I do notice that if I wear it for too long, it does dig into my shoulders a little bit because of that compression element.
Interesting. Okay. I have not tried it myself. I did include them in my supportive sports bras blog post. So they're there with a caveat. I literally put a caveat that I was like, I haven't tried this myself. It looks like theoretically amazing. So I do have a link to that, but I also have a link for you specifically, Mary, and anyone else listening for full bust, petite bust, full figure, a whole bunch of great supportive sports bras. These are not, and they're cute. They're really fun colors and stuff. But if you're just looking for like a fun, strappy sports bra that you can wear to like yoga, that's just going to like look cute, but not actually do anything, this is not the blog for you. This is for people who are like, I actually want this bra to support me. So go over there.
Scaffolding. Blog post.
But here's the thing, they're still beautiful. Like some of these bras are gorgeous, but they also have to fit. Well, again, I need both things in a partner and in a bra. They have to look good and they have to be supportive. So Any book.
Healthy swagger and secure attachment style in your bra. Those are the things to look for.
Oh, I love this. Yes, that's exactly
That's what
right.
I look for in a partner.
I love whatever. I was going to make a joke about BDE, but I won't. I will just say that yes.
What's that?
What BDE is?
No,
Mary!
educate me.
BDE is this. We've derailed. I promise I'll get back to the 5 bras that you need. But the BDE is big dick energy, and it is basically a swagger of like I have a BDE, and like men and women without that genitalia can absolutely have BDE, and it's just this energy of like I'm feeling myself, I'm confident, like that's BDE. So yes,
that's so funny because sometimes when I walk into a restaurant or a bar or something like that, and I really want to conjure my full goddess energy, I say big pussy energy when I walk in.
BPE is definitely a thing too. Yes.
BPE. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Good to know.
This is great. I'm so glad we took that detour. Great. Okay. So style number 4. So we've done basic bras, strapless or convertible to go with your other clothing, sports bras for athletics. Then I also encourage people to have what I call a cozy casual bra. These are wire-free bralettes, things that you wear for traveling. Like we were just talking about traveling to Paris. That's a long flight, yo. And so I can wear my regular bra and be comfortable, but I'm probably trying to kind of sleep on the plane and I'm sitting in weird positions in order to avoid the person next to me. So having something that is wire-free and cozy casual is great for that, but also errands on the weekend and just protecting your basic bra so you're not overwearing them. So a cozy casual bra or 2. And then the 5th one is my favorite one, which is sort of what you are referring to, which is a hooray bra. So my company's called Hooray Kimmay. So hooray is my word I use for everything, but hooray to me means it just really helps you feel like $1,000,000. It's the bra that you don't just keep it for special occasions, but it's that bra when it's like a rainy Monday and you have to go into a big meeting and you're feeling a little nervous. You're like, you know what? I'm going to put on the hooray bra today. And it could be because it's a fiery color. It could be because it was a really big investment for you. It could be just because it's made of a really yummy material, like whatever that is for you, to have those bras on hand in your wardrobe that fit well and are ready to be worn and not just things that you put on for somebody else. So those are the 5 bras I think most people need.
Oh, that is so inspiring. And something that people often say to me, my friends say to me, is like, Mary, when you decide you want something, you just make it happen. And today I am putting a stake in the ground and I am creating the kind of lingerie drawer that everybody thinks I have.
I am so excited for you. This is really the kind of drawer that you deserve so that you can wake up and be this goddess that you are. This is literally what I teach in my course. So if anyone else wants to do this and you're like, where the F do I start? I have free resources for you on my site too. So don't worry. And then I have this course that walks you right through it so that you're making loving and informed decisions about what to put on your body every day so you can start your day with hooray. That's the whole point.
I love that.
Hooray!
I love that so much. And I guess the last question I would have is, so another area that I know a lot of people struggle with is, or not struggle with necessarily, but settle for, like, is underwear and panties. Like I'm wearing a pair right now as we speak that's really pretty and that rides up constantly.
Okay.
And I know for myself that the ones where I feel most comfortable is always the boy short style. Like I know that about myself, but it just seems like sizing can be so fickle. In some brands, I'm an extra, extra large. In other brands, I'm a medium. So any thoughts or tips on that?
Man, I get this question a lot about underwear, and bra sizing is also all over the place. One of my most popular blog posts is me on the same exact day, all within a couple minutes of each other, wearing 9 different bra sizes that all fit. And that's frustrating, right? And this is why, again, I have that course, because I want people to know, like, where to even start and then how to rely on fit and not just the size to make sure that something fits well. But I get the same question a lot about underwear and how to tell if it fits. And I have to be honest, this is something that for a long time I've been like, what do you mean? It fits or it doesn't? Like, what's the problem? And now I realize there's like a great need for this. So you're really turning me on to something here. The biggest thing I would say is to know your measurements. And this is why I have a campaign called More Than My Numbers, which encourages people to use numbers as information and not a definition. Remember before I told you, if I told people a certain size fits, or like at that moment I wrap the measuring tape around them, they're like, what size am I? Because people will say things like, I am a 34 double D. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're not a 34 double D. You are Mary. You are a divinely created person. You are loved and adored. You are whatever, all the things that we know are true about you intrinsically forever. Amen. And yet you might fit into a 34 double D in this particular bra, but that's not who you are. And so the same thing is true of just your under bust and your bust measurements. Those numbers are not who you are. They're not a definition of who you are, but they are important information so that we can make that loving and informed decision about what to put on your body. That gives us a place to start. So the same thing is true for your hip and your waist, is to take those measurements lovingly without getting attached to them, without being like, oh, this means I'm either a good person or a bad person. That means I'm beautiful or not beautiful. And just use those numbers as information in the size charts that they have online. Or for online, is to then pick the size that will fit best for you. As far as fit goes, there are so many different panties out there, like so many. I could probably write an entire encyclopedia on just the thong. Like there's so many. So I would just want to encourage you and everybody else to rely and fit. Like know what fits you and your body, know what cut feels good on what style of coverage feels great on your body. And then you can get into style things like different elastics, different materials. I guess the best way to do that until I create something to serve you would be to just try trial and error, try some things on, ask your body what it wants. That was not really an answer to your question, was it?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Okay. And I mean, it's true across the board, is that sizing is going to be different no matter where you go and what you do. And a book that really helped me understand lingerie more deeply, I think it's got a different name now, but it used to be Lessons in Lingerie by Rebecca Apson, who is
I don't know this one.
I'm actually looking it up as we speak so I can quote it correctly, but it's the founder of La Petite Coquette, owner of La Petite Coquette. Oh, it's called the Lingerie Handbook is the former name. Lessons in Lingerie is the new name.
Oh, amazing.
And it's just a really cheeky guide to all the different types.
Cheeky. Yeah.
So cheeky. I know. I once did a video interview with her and it was a cackle fest. I mean, she's a trip, but I didn't know one area where I do expand my lingerie collection quite avidly is sleepwear. Yeah. And I never knew the range of the world of lingerie. So I really recommend that book, and I'll pop that in the show notes too.
Cool. I also just want to add to people, if you are shopping online or even at a store, there are some key words to know and be aware of that you can educate yourself on. And that's why that's why I'm an undergarment educator, right? Is because I believe that education is really important for us to know. And yet each brand kind of makes up their own words. And like you might see one brand call a bra unlined and another might say unmolded, or you might see one says wireless, someone says wire free. Those tend to be kind of like a little bit more obvious, but then there are going to be different cuts. Like one might call it a demi, but it looks way more coverage than another brand, and so forth and so on. And the same is true for underwear. They might say this is a cheeky cut, or this is a full coverage, or this is a high waist. And it just might be a totally different pattern or coverage than another brand. So use those words as a little bit of a guide, and then you are always the decision maker of your body, and you get to decide what you put on it. And if the word doesn't match the fit on your body, that's okay. You get to decide what it is you put on your body each and every single morning. So hooray. I'll also add that hooray, that if you are into chakras at all, one of the reasons I love working with undergarments so much is because they cover 2.5, maybe 3, depending on your undergarments, of my favorite chakras, which is the heart, the sacral, and the root chakra. And if you think about what those chakras even mean in our life and offer us, you can really set intentions with your undergarments to serve those energies within your body. That's what I mean about like setting an intention for the day. It's so powerful to put on. And listen, y'all, this could be your basic t-shirt bra from Target or your Hanes underwear. It doesn't have to be sexy stuff. But if you are putting it on with a purpose and treating your body and your energy with love and care and respect, you will notice that difference in your day. And then it just grows from there. So I just want to put that out there.
Beautiful. So beautiful. And you can find more about Kimmay. She has an amazing Instagram where she shows so many of the products that she believes in and also offers education. Hooray Kimmay, HURRAY KIMMAY, all one handle. You can also go to hooraykimmay.com, and to learn more about Kimmay's amazing Confidence and Comfort is the name of the course.
It's Bra, Confidence, and Comfort. You got it. Yes.
Bra, Confidence, and Comfort. You can actually head to schoolofsensualliving.com/bra and learn more about that course. And I am just such an endorser of you. I really appreciate the word education because people come to me a lot wanting to know advice about lingerie, and I always refer them to you, to the Lessons in Lingerie book. Like, it all starts with knowledge and information. And so I so appreciate the way that you fold in not just the function of lingerie, but the ritual of it and the empowerment of it. And I just adore you, and I can't wait to romp around Paris with you.
Oh man, right back at you. We were saying before this could be a fangirl fest, but truly, I really appreciate that, the referrals, but also just what you do in the world. So thankful for the sensuality that you put out there, and you being you, unapologetically you, all the time is such an inspiration. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. For more coaching, classes, and community in the art of sensual living, head to schoolofsensualliving.com. There you'll find a free course on how to reduce anxiety and increase your natural confidence through powerful embodied body language. Head to schoolofsensualliving.com/confidence to get instant access to the course today.